Hey, what's up, fellas? It's Wednesday the 20th. This video I'm going to dedicate to a young man who I think really means well, and I ran across his video and promised him that I would do this. Now, it's his channel is YCG space lowercase letters the lizard Lizard. Let me go throw some water on my hair because I look unkempt. Um, the young man is making a good point, but I think he has. I think he just needs to understand some of the things that the men in the red pill community and the men go their own way community have suffered. That I don't think he may. I don't think he really grasped what these guys have been through. Now, to you, young man, in order for you to get where you want to go, you have to figure things out. I'm showing you in my backyard, and I'm in El Paso, Texas. There, or in back of me, is the Franklin Mountains. Did some cleaning in the pool. I want you to know that there are those of us out there who are going to try to help you, and we're not going to try to take anything from you or ask you to pay for anything, because how can I, as a man, talk to you as a younger man and ask you for money? How could I consider myself successful at all if I needed your money as a young man? That's just retarded. So there's the front door. The house is open up. It's a nice place out. I'm going to set you down so I can talk to you. And the reason men have decided to go their own way, and the red pill society community, that's my cat. Here, I'll show you the cat. Just trying to get her out of my chair. So, why they started out is because so many men nowadays get their lives absolutely destroyed in the court system. We, in the past, we were all brought up to build families, build together with your wife and raise a family so that you can have a good future together. But that has been destroyed by the court system. And the 60s, where women are rewarded, since the 1960s, not the 1860s. Women have been rewarded since the 1960s to not have a man in the house. And they're rewarded in the courts, and they're rewarded by the police, and there aren't usually any real disadvantages for a woman to blow a man's life up. And she really doesn't need any proof to do so. So men started banding together a bunch of years ago about this. And I'll get on to the point. We all know life's not fair, but these guys have, I don't ever wish this upon you, but to have to rebuild your life is incredibly a difficult thing for anybody to do. And then to be denied the right to see your children, denied the right to be a husband, a father. All of those things are taken away, and they'll ruin your reputation. They'll say you're a wife beater, you're a child beater. You're not good enough as a man. So men, rather than play what they consider is a rigged game, they choose to go their own way and just not be involved in it. Again, I'm not selling anything. You don't owe me anything. I'm doing this video to give you what I think is a good solution for some of the things you may need. Now, this is my unsolicited advice. I'm going to look down because I have to remember your moniker that you use here on YouTube. YCG the Lizard. This is for you. I'm going to help you with some of the things I think you need to hear from an older guy. I'm 58. I've been divorced, and I'm currently married to a beautiful Mexican-American woman. We do very well for ourselves. I've been retired since age 46. Again, I don't need any money for the rest of my life. I'm set, no matter what happens. All right. All that being said, how can I help you? First off, I'm going to help you with the 3 phases of life. You are in your dreamer phase, from what I can gather by your physical appearance. Your dreamer phase is from about age 13 to about age 23. This is the time in your life you should be daring to be great. You want to be a guitar player. You want to be a graphic artist. You want to write anime. You want to be a rapper. You want to be a fighter. You want to, whatever you want to dream about doing, you should try. And you should put all of your energy, effort into that until about age 23. At about age 23, you start entering the second phase of your life, which is called the career phase. And one of the things you have to come to grips with is knowing the difference between having a job and a career. And I'm glossing over this. We could spend hours and hours and hours just going over the career phase. So your career phase lasts for as long as you can work or want to work until you decide to retire. For me, I chose age 50. So the last phase of your life is the retirement phase. That is from the time you stop working to the time you die. And if you do a good job in your dreamer phase, and especially in your career phase, your retirement phase will not be a horror show. Okay? So those are just broad strokes to get you started. The other one is one of the most critical things. I'm going to call you YCG. One of the most critical things you can do for yourself, YCG, is to learn as much as you can about how money works and how to make money work for you. The book I recommend that I don't sell, I'm not going to give you a tab for it, and if you don't want to look it up, I'll take you and I'll show you the book. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. It gives you the very basics on how to start off and understand money. Why you should save 10% of everything you make is yours to keep for the rest of your life. I'll show you the book. Pretty sure I got it around here somewhere. We were cleaning up. I was playing chess, and some of the guys don't. Anyways, I thought it was over there. No, it's not over there. Dun 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 dun. Oh, it's out here on the TV. Anyways, money is something you have to master, or it will ruin your life. All right, here's the book right here. I was about 10 feet away from the book, and I walked like 50 feet away. Here's the book. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon, and the author's name is George S. Clason. You can buy it used on Amazon, I think, for like $4 or $5. And no, there's no link in the description for me to sell you anything. I will give you what I think can help you get where you want to go, but I can't do the work for you, and I won't do the work for you. All right, so we go back to that. Now, you need to understand money. You need to understand credit. You need to understand why your FICA score is going to be important for you for the rest of your life. There are just so many things that I can't dive into with you right here on this video. Biggest reason I'm doing this is I don't want you to think that no one gives a shit about young men out there. That's not true. Or that there's a price you have to pay to get some of the knowledge or some of the things that we as older men can help you out with. That's also a lie. There's no paywalls. I don't need your money. I don't want your money. You don't owe me anything. All right? So let's move on. All right. Why should you wait if you choose to get married ever in your life? Because you can still have a family and not get married. You, as a man, as it's shown in a lot of the older time movies, you have to make your way in the world. One of the things you're expected to do is to protect and provide. So that means that you must keep your body and your mind prepared. And you have to learn a little bit about violence. You should know at a minimum boxing, and how to wrestle, especially how to use a sprawl to keep people away from your legs. The other thing is, if you can just barely provide for yourself, you shouldn't be dating. I think maybe around your mid-30s is when you should start figuring things out, and you should start going, oh, okay, this makes sense. The more time when you're young you use to invest in making yourself the best possible person you can be will do nothing but help you throughout the rest of your lifetime. That includes your physical, staying strong, eating well, your emotional, which has to do with your mental, not beating yourself up all the time, not telling yourself, using affirmations. I know it may sound hippie-ish, but they actually work. And the other one is spiritually. And that's a journey between you and whoever you decide to pray to or pray about or work with, okay? Mind, body, and spirit. That's as important as anything else. All right. Here's the biggest one. If you choose to start a family, you have to have what's called a prenuptial agreement so you can protect yourself. What the prenup basically says in broad stripes is that everything I made before I decided to have this woman in my life is mine to keep with me, and she can't take it away from me. Everything she made before she got into the marriage is hers to keep. Everything you build together as a family, including kids, is shared 50-50. That includes all financial burdens. A woman does not get a free ride from you unless you have the means to offer that. If you're young and you find somebody you fall madly in love with, you have to get a prenuptial agreement. That prenuptial agreement must be signed. It must be videotaped in front of an attorney, and you have to ask these questions. Is she doing this at duress? Women will say, well, I was on medication. I didn't know what I was saying. And then they can take you to the cleaners, and that is why there are so many men who have had their lives destroyed, and they go their own way. And there's a lot of guys who have had women, it's called hypergamy, who have had their lives destroyed by women, and now they're just running around having sex. They're not looking to build anything with a woman because they've been burned too many times. All right? I think that pretty much gets it. Yeah. And I'll gloss over these again. You need to figure out the 3 phases of your life. About 13 to 23 is I can dare to be great. Anything I dream about being or doing, I'm going to try to make that a reality. From 23 to the time you retire is your career phase, and you must figure out a career. I would highly suggest the trades, carpentry, electricity, you learning about how to make AI work for you, all kinds of different stuff. And I'm leaving out all. There are certain things that you're going to be able to do as a young man that a woman just can't do physically. That's it. Money is a massive, massive part of your foundation. And you can't build your foundation on sand. You have to build your foundation, which I'm talking about you. You have to build your life into a place to where you can quit working and you'll still be taken care of. All right? I hope this isn't too much. I wish you the best. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. And if you can't, you have to take care of yourself. YCG. All right? Like a fart in a G-string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.